Hello, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. New subscribers, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. So, guys, as you know, Mark Golding is still at the center of the constitutional standoff that we are seeing in Jamaica, where he has dual citizenship and he's refusing to renounce it as he seeks to lead Jamaica. We have never had a leader of a political movement or party in our country with dual citizenship. So far, 4 Jamaican attorneys came public saying that Mark Golding is in breach of the Constitution. Likewise, anyone in the Parliament who has dual citizenship. The latest to come out public is Patterson, where he was speaking yesterday at a conference at UWI regarding the Constitution and Jamaica's attempt to decolonize and change its head of state. You are looking at Attorney Hugh Wildman, Attorney Gordon Robinson, Attorney Abe Dabdoob, and the former Prime Minister and member of the People's National Party, P.J. Patterson. Abe Dabdoob was at the center of a previous court case involving about 4 members of the Jamaica Labour Party who had dual citizenship, and he brought them to court. Portia Simpson-Miller strongly voiced her opinion where dual citizenship in the Parliament was concerned. She spoke in 2008 publicly that no one should be a dual citizen in the House of Parliament. Portia Simpson-Miller was not only giving her personal opinion, what she said was in keeping with sections 39 and 40 of Jamaica's Constitution. According to Jamaica's Constitution, you can be a citizen of the Commonwealth, but you must not be a dual citizen with loyalty to another country while you are in the Parliament, and certainly not while you're trying to lead our country. Portia Simpson-Miller appointed Mark Golding to the Senate in 2007. When she made that statement, Mark Golding was aware that he had been in breach of the Constitution, but he kept silent. He made no attempt to make the former Prime Minister aware of his immigration status, and he made no attempt to rectify the matter by renouncing his British citizenship. Mark Golding entered the leadership race of the PNP with his dual citizenship, and he still did not make anyone aware that he was a dual citizen. Now that he is at the top of the People's National Party, and it has been revealed since the decolonization and constitutional debate that he is a dual citizen, he is still reluctant to renounce. Yesterday at the Constitutional Summit or conference at this country's University of the West Indies, former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson was invited to be keynote speaker or special guest. He had a lot to say. Other members of the political directorate were also invited. You can see Senator Donna Scott Motley, who was on the committee, as well as Marlene Malahoo, who's wearing the glasses there. And, you know, they exchanged views and they had a lot to say. But you have to hear what former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson had to say on the topic of dual citizenship in our Parliament. P.J. Patterson is our former Prime Minister and current member of the People's National Party.
But extended. In my time, there were 2 appointments I had to make. The people disclosed to me that they held citizenship of another country. I told them, not putting any pressure on you, you have a choice. Renounce and stay where you are. Or, if you want to accept this position, because of its sensitivity, you have to renounce. Both, without hesitation, proceeded to renounce and were duly appointed to their positions. There are some positions that I think have to make it clear that allegiance is to Jamaica alone.
P.J. Patterson, who is also an attorney, basically echoed the sentiments of attorney Hugh Wildman, who was the first attorney to publicly interpret the part of the Constitution that spoke to dual citizenship. Attorney Gordon Robinson, who had some crucial questions to ask regarding citizenship and Mark Golding's attempt to try and lead the country and his reluctance to renounce that citizenship. He's asking, what would Mark Golding do if the UK were to start drafting citizens to join the war in Gaza, among other things? Abe Dabdoo, former member of the People's National Party, also voiced his opinion about 2 weeks ago on Nationwide News. Guys, Mark Golding wants the job of being the leader of the country. He wants to remain in the parliament. He wants to become prime minister, but he does not want to follow the rules. He does not want to give up his British citizenship. He wants Jamaica and his colleagues and parliamentarians to accept him. And he also suggests that we should change Jamaica's constitution and make it so that people can be in the parliament with dual citizenship. He does not want to have the conversation about potential conflicts of interest. He does not want to have the conversation about other people in the past who were taken to court who had to renounce their dual citizenship. He thinks that he's an exception to the rule and he doesn't and shouldn't have to do that. Prime Minister Andrew Holness publicly said that he does not believe that the leader of the country of Jamaica should have a split loyalty or loyalty to another country. It is alleged that members of the international community, and as you can see here, members of the U.S. Embassy, ambassador to Jamaica, they have a bit of concern about Mark Golding's position. They have to do diplomatic, talks and relations with Jamaica. And it is natural that they would be concerned with the leader of the country who has dual citizenship and split loyalty with another country. There may come a time where they need to have diplomatic talks regarding all three countries. And Mark Golding would be on the side of both Jamaica and Britain. Listen to Mark Golding's logic for why he's not immediately and quickly renouncing his UK citizenship.
Me no operate so. I'm not moving on any bummy basis. I'm meditating on this thing, saying my prayers on this thing, and I'm listening to what is happening. I want a proper dialogue and conversation in Jamaica about dual citizenship, about who we are, about the millions of Jamaicans who live outside of Jamaica, many of whom are dual citizens, and how we plan to engage with them and deal with them and treat them. And when we get through that debate, if the preponderance of opinion is that I should, as leader of the PNP, as leader of the opposition, as Prime Minister in waiting, shouldn't have a dual citizenship, then I will give it up. Because I intend to serve Jamaica to the best of my capacity. And I'll give it up. But I'm not rushing to go do it because 2 guys say I should or 3 guys say I go. Because for every 2 or 3 that speak on radio, there are another 20 who talk to me off the air and tell me how they feel. So I have to be listening to everybody. And I think it's a very important discussion to have at this time. We're having a diaspora conference coming up in Jamaica. We have, as you know, there's another one being staged by a group that is not happy with the way that the diaspora movement is being managed by the government. All that is going on right now. This is an important debate that Jamaica needs to have. Very many Jamaicans depend on their relatives abroad to survive. Many of those relatives are dual citizens. How do they feel about being told that their relatives who mind them or support them or provide help for them are not good enough to serve in our Jamaican parliament? I don't know how them going to feel about that, because to me it's a kind of disrespect argument where you say you must send your money come, but we not really rate you as Jamaicans.
Guys, this argument that Mark Golding is making about the diaspora wanting to be in our parliament with dual citizenship is false. Mark Golding is making an argument for himself. The diaspora and what the diaspora has to say or how they feel about our country has nothing to do with Mark Golding being in breach of the Constitution by being in the parliament currently and being in there for how long with dual citizenship, knowing that it was against our constitution. He's in breach and he's trying to say, oh, the diaspora wants me to be in there with dual citizenship because they want to come in with dual citizenship too. That is totally and completely false. And Jamaica should not do that. A member of parliament should only have loyalty to Jamaica because at any point in time they can ascend to the top job in the country, which is to be prime minister. And anybody who is so reluctant to renounce their commitment and loyalty to another country is not fit to lead Jamaica. Listen to what PJ Patterson has to say again. 99.9% of the people in the PNP were not aware that Mark Golding was a dual citizen. Now that they know, there is a standoff inside of the People's National Party. They want Mark Golding to renounce or step down. He's refusing to renounce. So there is a standoff. And that is why PJ Patterson felt so comfortable publicly saying that you have dual citizenship, you're not fit to be in the parliament. We've been here before. And the people who had to do this renunciation, they did not hesitate to do it. He didn't call Mark Golding's name. That would be inappropriate. But if you listen carefully, you will understand PJ is not supporting it and the PNP is not supporting it.
But extended. In my time, there were 2 appointments I had to make. The people disclosed to me that they held citizenship of another country. I told them, not putting any pressure on you, you have a choice. Renounce and stay where you are. Or if you want to accept this position because of its sensitivity, you have to renounce. Both, without hesitation, proceeded to renounce and were duly appointed to their positions. There are some positions that I think have to make it clear that allegiance is to Jamaica alone.
Jamaica land, we